I put that little spy cam, I turned it a little bit and had it facing just towards the instruments, because the lens in the center of it seems to work pretty good. The edges are always blurry. It's a really cheap lens. It's not very good. And I kind of adjusted my bracket. I could make it, you know, raise it up a little higher maybe if my leg gets in the way too much. But I'm going to see what I get with it. The other thing I changed, I removed the camera from this thing, and now I have it mounted up here on a sort of an extension, temporary. I can put, you know, a better, more rigid mount on here when I see what I get. I don't know how much it's going to vibrate. See, it can shake like that, and I don't know what that's doing when I'm flying. I don't think that's real rigid, but it might be. It'll work all right. I don't know, somebody asked me about the flaps and the flap switch. This is the switch here in the throttle. I took a milling machine. This is a plastic knob I made for this thing. And once I went with plastic knob, because I was going to put electric flaps on it, I put the switch in here with, it's got kind of a knife edge that I can feel with my finger real good, and I can push down or pull back like that to raise them up. So I can control the throttle and the flaps at the same time. It's kind of like being able to put on the brakes and give it the gas both ways.
Flare prop. Looks pretty calm, really. I don't see no trees moving at all. Woo, daddy. That looks good. 2, 3. 3 notches to take off. Oh, man. Let's see what that does. Okay, all the belts are tight. Ready to go. The cabin temperature, actually the outside temperature is 88.3. Woo! That's pretty hot. Even with the cones, and goose it. See what happens. Yeah, that didn't take off quite so fast, did it? Now I gotta get them flaps off. Now the airspeed's increasing to 60, so I can climb steeper. There's 55, that's a pretty steep climb out. Okay, got a field down there. Engine temperature looks good. EGTs look good. RPM 6250, that's good. Exactly what I want. Okay. Now, I'm going to come around here. Follow this road back. Because this is going to tell me what I want to know. If you can see anything, if you can see what my airspeed is. There's hands off right there, about 60 it looks like. I think I got the flaps all the way off. Sometimes if they don't go all the way off, I put them on a little bit, then go into a dive and then try taking them off. And the air pressure helps make them go all the way off if they don't quite go all the way. Alright. I am now, let's see, 500 feet above the ground. And I'm going to pull back the throttle. Yeah, that's good. Lower down a little bit. And this time I'll start putting on some flaps here once I get on final. It is a little bit blustery way up above the trees, but not too bad. Keeping my airspeed. Pull the throttle all the way off. Now you'll notice I'm coming down pretty steep to keep my airspeed up. Now, woo! See how we set her down now. Oh, it's floating along the way if we're having flaps on. Okay, pull them back up. That's probably going to tell me what I want to know. Now before, the edge of these trees right here, I had it in the air by that the other day. by that corner. And without flaps, it's up about that corner. So this little corner here where the runway juts out, that was pretty good. I'll see if I can do that again, but this time I'll try just 2. I think out 1001, 1002 is pretty good. Now we'll see if we can get this baby up. Okay. Okay, we're going to try it again. Let's put down 2 notches. 1001, 1002. All right. Let's go for it. Get even with the cones and goose it. The tail up in the air. Up. Oh, just made it, barely. Yeah, that's about as good as it'll do, I think. 2 notches, that's good. Now I'll take the flaps off. Oh, baby. Now we're going up. Yeehaw. 6,200 RPM. There's always differences in the air, so there's going to be differences in how I climb and also the way the engine performs. The engines don't like high humidity and high temperatures is kind of thin air. That don't help any. Especially as 2-cycle. It don't always run consistent every day. And usually a 2-cycle, when it's cold, it'll put out the most power right then. You know, the first time you take off when it's not just quite up to temperature yet, that first one's going to be real powerful. It'll give you a real good kick then. You know, much more so that it's been running a long time and the engine's all hot, and carburetors are hot, and the air's all thin. It's not as good the next time. Okay, now I'm at about 400 feet, but slow this down a little bit. I'll try putting on about, I don't know, 5 notches of flaps. Why not? See what happens. Fairly calm down there. It's a little blustery up here, but okay. There we go. Hit some sink there pretty good. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you start feeling it in the stick where you have to hold that stick back. Yeah. If I go too much, I won't be able to pull it back far enough. I want to smash in the ground at this angle. All right. Now, made it past the cones. It does want to float today. Sure does. Oop, bounce that one a little bit. Okay, flaps off. And I'll turn around. Yeah, there's nobody around here. But I didn't think there would be. So I don't know what the cameras can see. Whether the big one maybe can even see my GPS arrow I'm pointing. It's pointing me towards that hangar. Yep, sure is. All right, I'll slow it down. I'd say that's enough for today. 2 takeoffs, 2 landings, and now I'll go look at the cameras and see if I'm getting what I want.